Hello everyone! For this video I was allowed to test the WalkingPad Z1. It is the latest folding desk treadmill from the WalkingPad series, which can be used up to a body weight of 110 kilograms. I know some of you have been waiting for the video, and I have a pretty clear opinion on the model. If you don't know the channel yet, I test and compare the best products around the house and garden. In doing so, I always try to get something special for my viewers from the companies. More on this later. The WalkingPad Z1 is supplied fully assembled. When unfolded, it has a length of 142.5, a width of 56 and a height of 10.6 centimeters. The walking surface measures 121 x 40 centimeters, which is perfectly adequate for home use. The brushless motor has an output of 550 watts and enables speeds of between 1 and 6 kilometers per hour. The treadmill itself weighs only 23 kilograms, which is very good for transportation within the room. The folded state is important for storage. The length is reduced to 81 centimeters, the width remains the same at 56 centimeters, and the height increases to 13.8 centimeters thanks to the rubber feet. What I really like is that this walking pad has a hard rubber at the front, which ensures that you can also store the Z1 upright. These are the included accessories. You get a power cable, a remote control with strap and battery, and an Allen key with which you can tighten or loosen the running surface if necessary. This time, there was no lubricating oil included, and the instructions don't say that it should be oiled. Out of habit, I still lubricated it with the silicone oil from one of the other walking pads to minimize friction between the treadmill and walking deck. In retrospect, I found out that the brushless motors are designed in such a way that they do not require additional lubrication, as all moving parts are already optimally lubricated at the factory. It can probably even damage the electronics, which is why it's best to do without lubrication. I then connected the treadmill to the power supply. You can use the remote control to start the treadmill and set the speed in 0.5 kilometers per hour increments. Here you can also see how nice the display looks. There is no safety mode on this model, and it can be left running as it is without anyone having to walk on it. This can be set in the app if required, which I'll show you in a moment. Some of you, myself included, wanted to know whether the device has an integrated fan that starts up after a short time, so I let it run at maximum speed for 8 minutes. And I can reassure you, it does not have a fan, which is a huge plus. I was very happy with it. I will show you how easy it is to assemble and disassemble. It is important that you always disconnect the device from the power supply before folding it up to avoid electrical damage. Let's move on to my everyday life and 10,000 steps test. A very important point is how easy it is to integrate the walking pad into your everyday life. This includes the storage options and the assembly and disassembly. What I like about the Z1 is that it is relatively light compared to its competitors. It is super easy to unfold and connect to the power supply. To start the walking pad via the app, you first have to search for it via the plus using Bluetooth and connect it to your smartphone. Normally, the app finds the walking pad immediately when it is switched on. You can activate a child lock in the settings, which means that the pad can no longer be started by remote control. When the mode is active, you can recognize it on the display by the LOC. I mentioned earlier that the treadmill does not stop automatically if no load is detected. This can be changed here using the no load stop function. If you activate it, you can choose between the second settings. The walking pad then stops automatically when no one is walking on the treadmill. This is all that can be set at the moment. On the left, you can enter a target based on distance, time, more calories burned. If you just want to get going, press the go button and it will start after 3 seconds. Incidentally, you can set the speed levels more precisely in 0.1 km per hour increments in the app. Here you can see my 10,000 step test at an average speed of 3.4 km per hour. I always adapt my speed to the tasks I have to do. As you can see, you can reach the 10,000 step target in less than 2 hours while you're at work. Not only is this a great start to the day, but it also helps you lose weight if that's your goal. If you use the walking pad 5 days a week, you'll burn around 1,500 to 2,500 extra calories while walking at your desk. Afterwards, your training data can be transferred to your health app. In my case, it's Apple Health. Incidentally, I don't recommend using a fitness tracker while walking because your arm often rests on the table, which distorts the results. Overall, I think it's great to integrate into everyday life. Let's move on to the volume. To be fair, I have also placed a rubber mat underneath here, as I have done this for all walking pad tests so far. In my opinion, you only need a thinner floor protection mat with this model. Firstly, this is because the Z1 transmits little vibration to the floor due to the higher rubber feet. Secondly, the brushless motor has some advantages, which I would like to discuss briefly while you see the decibel measurement results here. A brushless motor works much more quietly than conventional motors, which is particularly pleasant in living spaces. As they do not have carbon brushes that wear out, brushless motors generally last longer. They consume less electricity, which has a positive effect on the electricity bill. With fewer moving parts, they require less maintenance. In summary, brushless motors offer a longer service life, higher efficiency, lower maintenance requirements, and quieter running thanks to the elimination of brushes that are prone to wear. Now I'll also show you the volume without a mat when walking. If you use it for walking at your desk, you can use it without a mat without any problems. Let's come to my conclusion. I have a very clear opinion of the Z1, and for me it is the perfect desk treadmill for speeds of up to 5 km per hour, which corresponds to fast walking. It is easy to transport, pleasantly quiet, and feels good when walking. The 10,000 steps are easily achievable, and most importantly, it doesn't have a fan, which makes it all the more pleasant to work on. All in all, it's the new number one for me for use under the desk. However, I also have points that could be improved. The fact that less plastic is used, which benefits the weight, means that the treadmill is exposed when folded, which makes it more susceptible to damage, especially when the walking pad is being shipped or transported. When jogging at maximum speed, it is not as comfortable as the P1 and A1 Pro, for example, due to its higher and narrower tread. These are possible disadvantages that you should be aware of before buying. Otherwise, the remote control and app work perfectly, which has been the case with all walking pads so far. So I didn't expect anything different here. The compact and modern design, including the beautiful display, fits into any home. I'm pretty sure that this will be the new bestseller in the walking pad series, and rightly so. Of course, I can't say anything about durability, but the first impression is great. If you are interested in the Z1, I can offer you a discount code for the US and the UK. Simply follow the link in the video description to the Walking Pad online store. This will automatically activate and deduct the discount as soon as you add the Z1 to your shopping cart. If you have any questions about the model, please write them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, all the best.